women's ski big air. What's happening, everybody? Brandon Graham alongside the voice of skiing, the newly minted Hall of Famer, Tom Wallish in the booth. And Tom, this is such a fun one. Last X Games in Aspen, just a month ago, was perhaps the most progressive women's big air contest we've ever seen at X Games.
So fun to watch. The women in this event, localized to the big air, really have a chance to do some of their most technical new tricks. Every time we host an X Games event for these ladies, they're always doing something that's never been done. New double corks, crazy new tricks, so much to watch out for.
So a look at some of our skiers out here today. Who to keep your eyes on? Jenny Lee Bermanson, she's won this event before.
Yeah, coming back from a knee injury. There's Johanna Kille, who we just highlighted a little bit. Local girl and always one to watch out for. She's got a really cool switch double cork, and there's the American Maggie Voisin. So she's got the double cork 1260 and looking to see what she has today.
X Games Norway, a look back at Mathilde Grimond. Unfortunately, our 2017 gold medalist just going down in practice earlier. She will not be competing.
Yeah, unfortunate to not have her out here. There is Tess Ledoux, who also will not be competing here today. So the door is kind of wide open for some more relatively unknown women in the field to try to walk away with that X Games gold medal.
So there is a look at our jump here at Hafjell Resort. The ladies have been sending it all week long in preparation for today's final. No qualifier, no elimination. We're giving away medals at the end of this jam format, Tom.
Yeah, and the jump, I was out there watching some of the practice earlier. This is a great jump, really smooth. We've got 7 athletes in the field in 25 minutes. The ranking is done on overall impression, so no scores, no numbers. We're just gonna be ranking these women as we go. So after every jump, maybe they move up, maybe they move down based on what they're doing. They're still trying to do the hardest tricks, but you're just gonna easily get ranked throughout the event.
So a look at our start list here in the women's ski big air final. Some familiar names, also some rookies. This is just such an interesting mix, and as you said, wide open, Tom.
Yeah, wide open. So Sylvia, new to the kind of field here. I think she competed, is it in 2017, but just back into the limelight here. And then, I mean, I think someone like Johanna Kille or Maggie Voisin out of the US is gonna be the ones to watch out for with Mathilde kind of dropping out last minute.
Silvia Bertagna, our lone Italian in the field, 33 years old, competing here at X Games for the first time since 2017 when she took 8th place here at Big Air Norway.
Coming in switch, looking to start things off in this jam session. 25 minutes, getting it going with the big switch 720 to start things off. So big clean maneuver there, and now the clock will start to count down. So big switch 720, reaching down for the mute grab, and then she's obviously gonna be sitting in first place. But as each of these women drop, they will continue to change the ranking based on who's doing the best tricks. We just gotta keep our eyes on that leaderboard once it comes up.
Yes, as you said, live rankings in real time. You will see the judges' immediate reactions as riders will bump up and down here in the standings. But Margot Hackett out of France, this is her second X Games appearance.
Oh, the big switch 900. So yeah, out of France, but competing for the New Zealand team. And yeah, here she is, the big bio switch, getting the tail grab. Coach Joe Schuster's gotta love her capping that grab. A little backseat on the landing, but no hand drag, no butt drag on the landing. So it's a big trick, but she's gonna wanna clean that landing up. The grab was perfect though. We gotta love seeing that tail grab, so well done.
18 years old, Megan Oldham, making her second X Games appearance. We saw her make her debut in Aspen. Top 5 in big air, top 6 in slopestyle.
Oh, going with the big switch, 1080, the first 1080 of the day. Probably many more to come with the way this event's starting off. So all landed runs so far. This is the biggest rotation. Switch, full 3 spins with the mute grab, stomping the landing. Let's slow it down. So the judges want to see you holding the grabs as long as possible. There, she holds the mute grab for 2 full rotations of that big switch 1080. I know she's also got a double cork 1080, so with a big switch move like that, she's off to a great start tonight.
Jenny Lee Bermanson, 17 years old, out of Sweden, making her 3rd X Games appearance.
Coming in switch with the big switch 540, so a little bit of a smaller rotation, but again, this is a jam format, so can easily work into some of the bigger tricks. Here's the switch right side, gets the safety grab, big open set off the takeoff, so it's about half of the rotation that we've seen from Megan there, and just sort of maybe playing it safe, trying to warm up into this event, wants to get one down and then go from there.
The youngest big air gold medalist, man or woman, by the way, Jenny Lee Bermanson, when she won gold at X Games Norway 2018, was just 15 years old. But here's Maggie Voisin, who's been sending it in practice, Tom.
Yeah, always one to watch out for. She's not afraid to go big. There she goes with the big double cork 1260. Oh! So just a moment ago in practice, I saw her take one of these double cork 1260s to the absolute bottom of the landing. Here she lowers the speed a little bit and then unfortunately not able to get the full rotation around. So that was the biggest trick we've seen thus far. The double cork, flipping twice and spinning 3.5, count them, 1260 degrees of rotation.
Johanna Keeley, unfortunately wasn't able to go in Aspen just a month ago. She's got 3 silver medals in this event.
Will we see? She's got a switch double cork. Going for it, switch double cork, 1080 with the Japan. Wow, home crowd is excited to see that. The big switch 1080, so the same amount of rotations we saw from Megan, but she's going double cork with the Japan grab. This is a trick I did a ton of when I was competing, just reaching back for the Japan grab. I love the way she flips totally upside down. The danger factor of that is high. Bringing it around, able to, I think, keep the hands from hitting the ground, just heavy landing there, and wow, I think that could be our new leader. And it is. Johanna jumps up into that first place spot, so 1080s rocking the top of the podium right now.
Our lone Norwegian taking over the top spot in this field. Julia Tano, though, next to drop in, 21 years old, 2 silvers and a bronze medal in this event. It's her 6th X Games appearance.
Coming in switch, will we see another big switch rotation? Yes, the 900. So switch left side 900. No double cork variation on there, but she's got other tricks. Just starting it off with the safety grab, switch 900, bringing it around, not going super big, so just clearing that knuckle. The name of the game, the judges are looking for big air. They want to see how far down that landing you go. Amplitude is a heavy part of the scoring, and there's no actual scores, but that ranking continues to update. And now that all of them have gone once, we have a ranking, and then they're going to move as they land bigger and harder and more technical tricks.
Run 2 here in women's ski big air. Sylvia Bertagna currently in 3rd place.
Switch 900, so upping the ante. Started off with the switch 720, now upping the level of technicality by going for the 900. Reaches down, gets the mute grab for just a second, and then having to kind of open up and spin out of that. So anytime you're letting go of the grab to complete the rotation, it's not going to score as high as if you were to hold that grab the whole time. But there you go, 2 landed runs. The way the format works, she's going to stay, I think, right where she is, and it just, hey, consistency pays off.
Margot Hackett.
There's the switch 900 coming around. Oh, a little backseat again, but just really smooth on that rotation. Big switch, Misty 900, diving off the lip, getting the tail grab. Just a little in the back seat, but that one was better.
And you know, Tom, looking back at run number 1, it really seemed like different strokes for different folks. And you can do different things with this overall impression format. Can you climb the ladder, or can you put your banger down right away, give yourself good positioning, and just pad from there?
Yeah, so many different ways to go about it with this format. They're gonna get so many hits that you can kind of game plan it your own way.
So here's Megan Oldham sitting in second place.
There's the 900.
So clean.
Yeah, I mean, she came out with a banger. Megan came out with the switch 1080, but there, the 900 that's definitely not her hardest trick. She has a double cork, but she's just trying to lay down a bunch of runs. She wants to get that consistency you're talking about. Her sort of style is a little different than most, and I think we're seeing that variety. Look at the tail grab, was perfect on that one, so consistency is gonna pay off. I wouldn't be surprised to see her move up from second into first here with that 2 landed great jumps.
And she does just that. Megan Oldham jumping up into first place.
So it is about consistency, but as well, even if you have a crash, you always have the opportunity with this format to come out, put down a big trick. Jenny Lee could come from 6th into first right now with one big stunt. That's what makes this format so exciting, is you never know what you're gonna get.
This is Jenny Lee Bermanson's X Games career. Bronze medal in slopestyle, gold in big air. All she knows is podiums.
Oh, the switch 540 there. So another super smooth trick, but another switch 540. So not the most technical, where she's getting the grab, everything looks smooth and in control. It's just not the most technical trick. It's the smallest rotation we've seen from any of the women. So maybe just playing it safe. We know maybe she's not feeling the jump. I'm not sure why we're not seeing some of those bigger tricks out of her.
So Maggie Voisin went down on her first run. Can she put something down here on attempt number 2 and climb up this leaderboard?
Let's see if she has that double cork 1260. Reaches back, gets the landing perfectly. Maggie Voisin double cork 1260.
An absolute no doubter from Maggie.
Wow. That one was bolts, as they say in skateboarding. Absolutely getting the grab here. Safety grab, tucking it around, and where we saw a little lack of rotation in run number 1, puts her feet under her and absolutely stomps it.
Just so tech and so much intention with her riding.
Yeah, she
really
looks
impressive.
Smooth and consistent, and wow, straight to the top of the podium from last to first.
There was only one spot for her after that run, and it was the top spot, and that is where she sits. So now Johanna Keeley and Julia Tano, who will follow her, they get the advantage of being the last 2 to drop in here in each run and get to survey this field. So what does Johanna Keeley do on run 2?
Oh, so spinning to the left. So interesting new strategy there. She did her switch 1080 double cork to the right. Here she's showing the judges that she can spin switch both directions. So there's the switch left 720 Japan. So interesting strategy here. I think doing the same thing we saw Megan doing, where she wants to just put another run down.
Right.
Show off the consistency a little bit, showing the left side variety, and then maybe we'll see another big right side spin on the next jump. But will those 2 jumps, 1 double cork and 1 switch 7, beat out Maggie's double cork 1260,
well,
the hardest trick we've seen.
Certainly in the previous format, that would have been rewarded.
Yeah.
But here now, Keeley does jump up 1 spot into second place, but not enough to best Maggie's banger, as she stays in the top spot. So here's Julia Tano sitting in 6th place.
Hear the snow. It was a little slushy the other day and just firmed up, so the top of that landing is a little icy, but this jump has been re-groomed right before this event to make it perfect for these women. Oh, the 1080! Julia Tano with the big switch 1080 with the tail grab. Big step up there from jump 1 for her. Look at her reach back for the tail grab. The further back or forward on the ski, the harder the grab is. So maintaining that grab, actually getting it on the tip or tail, is definitely a more technical grab than the mute or the safety right under the foot. So huge 1080 and a great grab there for Julia.
It was a 10 party here on run number 2. Julia Tano certainly is going to help herself, jumping up into 4th place. Crazy to think what we've already seen, and we're only just 2 runs in here to the women's ski big air final at X Games Norway.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we have backstage med musical genius, the one, the only Chris Abilene. Ja, bare ett solid spørsmål før han går på klokken 14 minutter over 5, og det er som følger. Hvorfor er det
What a start to this women's ski big air final here at X Games Norway. Leading after just 2 runs, Maggie Voisin. Could she make history and become the first American woman to ever win big air ski? We'll find out. Let's learn more about the progression of her riding in this Monster Athlete Profile.
Skiing when I was younger, I mean, I looked up to a lot of people. I think Kaja Tursky's skiing was kind of above and beyond female level at that time. You could just see that when she was hitting rails, whether that was in contests or in the streets filming for level 1. And she also just had this smooth style that she made everything look super easy. One of my first contests against Kaja was my first X Games when I was 15 years old. I mean, the whole thing was just inspiring, and that day I just went out and skied the best that I could, and to end up on the podium right next to Kaja was a dream come true. I don't even know where to begin with the level of women's free skiing these days. It's insane, and it is so fun, and it's such an honor to be a part of. Seeing other girls throw down is just such a great way to motivate yourself. You know, I'm someone that, you know, I like to focus on my own path, but I think it's really cool to, you know, see other people succeed and be inspired from that. And really, I mean, it's a competitive sport, so we all push each other, and, you know, it's part of the sport and it's part of the reason I love it.
Maggie Voisin out of Whitefish, Montana. Talk back though on Maggie, because I know you've been skiing with her as of recently.
Yeah, we just spent some time in northern BC skiing together on like a heli trip. She's been getting in the backcountry more. She is really living up to that Kaja sort of filming. She's competing, she's doing everything, and I think really inspiring the next generation of women shredders.
So we're ready to set off run number 3 here in the women's ski big air final. Maggie Voisin, Johanna Keeley, and Megan Oldham rounding out our top 3. And it will be Sylvia Bertagna sitting in 5th place. here in her second X Games appearance, trying to do something to get up into podium position.
Going with the 900 with the tail grab there. So 13 minutes left on the clock, so a lot of time left for all these ladies to keep throwing down. Here's the big 900, reaching back for that tail grab. Now, not the most difficult trick, but with the perfect execution, a little bit of a short landing there, but she's continuing to land these tricks. She's got the switch 7, the switch 9, the forward 9. So will the consistency be enough to move up, or is there not enough technicality to break into that top podium position?
Margot Hackett sitting in 6th place.
9 with the tail, so opting to change it up from that switch Misty 900 and going for the forward 900 here. So she's got that one down and now trying to up the ante with a different trick and just coming up a hair short. Again, the name of the game is big air. It's not judged purely on how far you go, but the bigger you go on the jump, the more amplitude you have, the harder and the cooler it is. So judges are definitely watching out for that amplitude factor.
And it's unfolded right in front of our eyes through the first 2 runs. There is an elevation between the top 3 riders and the rest of the field thus far. Here's Megan Oldham sitting in 3rd place.
Oh, the double cork 1260. So she was maybe playing it safe at first, but not holding anything back. Says, Maggie, I've got the double cork too. I'm coming for you. Wow, so safety grab, same exact trick we saw to Maggie that has her sitting in first. That one with the hand drag on the landing is definitely not gonna score as well as Maggie, but she's got more jumps in the tank to go for that one again. That is the biggest trick of the night.
So no change, it looks like, in our rankings, but we turn our attention to Jenny Lee Bermanson, the youngest skier in our field at just 17.
Jenny Lee, so keeping it styly here, not going for the absolute hardest tricks, but just switching up the rotation, at least spinning to the left that time. So we saw her spinning to the right there, going with the safety grab, reaching over with the other hand as well. So adding a level of style, but again, the easiest tricks in terms of technical difficulty, but just executed with perfection. But that's not gonna help her break onto that podium when there's women like Maggie doing 1260s perfectly.
Our current leader, Maggie Voisin. As I said, no American woman has ever won this contest at X Games. History making, she's looking square in the face right now.
Oh, the big rodeo 900. So really unique there. We haven't seen any rodeo rotations thus far. Reaching down for the Japan and then having to let go and spin out. A little awkward on that landing, but if anything, it's that grab. The judges want to see you grabbing for the whole time. She just barely touches it, but an additional new rotation, obviously sitting in first, that's not going to change, but she's got another trick down now, so making it a little harder for some of the other women to take over that top spot.
So here's Johanna Keeley sitting in 2nd place. Oh!
Cork 900 and coming up a little bit short there. You can see the Norwegian fan base has come out. She's got a poster with her face on it in the crowd, and there, perfect execution of the grab, just a hair short with the amplitude and falling down on that landing. But yeah, you can do it.
You can do it, Johanna. She's tied for the most medals by a Norwegian X Games athlete with 6. She could break that with a podium finish here today. Julia Tano sitting in 4th place, which is where she was after the first couple runs. What can Julia do here, Tom, to maybe knock on that door? Megan and Maggie have been riding so well, and certainly Johanna deserves where she is right now. What can Julia bring to the table here on run 3?
Julia's got 2 tricks under her belt. She just doesn't quite have the technicality. So everybody on that podium except for Megan has a double cork. Megan has the 1080. So we just saw Julia do a 1080, but we're gonna need it to just be a little bit better, or perhaps go for that double cork maneuver to break into the top 3. And she answers the call with a double cork 1080 of her own. It's as if she heard us talking, Brando.
She doesn't have the feed in her ear?
She might have the feed in her ear. She got the live feed bumping, but she knew She knew she had to bring out the double cork. She was one of the first ladies doing that maneuver, brought it out on a scaffolding jump originally. So letting go of the safety grab a little early, but that is her third landed trick. So absolutely slaying in terms of consistency. We're gonna see what the judges think. I think that could bump her up. Oh.
And it does, up into third place, knocking down Megan Oldham.
So Megan, where we saw just on that third run, not able to put down something amazing. And new Julia gets another run, but the sloppy execution on that 1080, I think, is the thing keeping her out of first and second. So up onto the podium, though.
Under 8 minutes and 30 seconds to ski with here in the final. We start off from the top again, Silvia Bertagna.
So much action. What's so great about this format is we're not waiting for recess. We're not waiting for scores. We're seeing run after run. And
you said it, man.
The switch 5. So something goes a little bit off. I think she knew she was going to knuckle, playing it safe. But yeah, I mean, talk about it. I mean, it's a little harder to follow, but so much more action.
Well, I think the pacing of this event, I think it's a win for everyone watching because we get to see more skiing. We get to see more tricks in this format.
Most definitely. Here's Margot again, going for that right side 900. So a great landing, very stylish there, but maybe a slight miss on the grab. I love that she is solely going for tail grabs. I gotta say, that is just cool to see, not reliant on the safety grab or one of the easier grabs. She's going for the tail every time.
Can you speak to the visibility as well? Because it's been gray all day. Yesterday at practice, it was really blue skies and really clear. Today seems a little bit different.
Yeah, the gray and the white on white makes it very difficult to spot your landing. Luckily, thanks to everybody here, we have the blue dye, which gives them a little visibility, but the darker it gets, the easier it's actually gonna get. Oh, and there's the double cork 1260 again for Megan. So she just needs to get this one down perfect, and she'd easily be up on that podium again. There, a little bit of a boot grab and then sort of landing sideways there, but wow, she is so close to putting that one down, which would keep her up on that podium.
It'll be interesting to see if she attacks that. It looks like she might get one more shot here in this final. Does she go for it or try something new?
Oh, the age-old question. That's what this format with so many jumps, it's hard to know what you're gonna go for. Oh, there's Jenny Lee again, keeping it stylish with the switch 5. So just having fun out there, enjoying being here in Norway. There's the double safety grab across the body, very stylish there. Coming around nice and smooth, so open it up a little bit, but yeah, just having fun with it. But the format, yeah, I mean, do you go for the 1260 again, or do you change it up because you haven't been able to get it? I think she's got to go for it. Seeing how well Maggie scored with it would lead me to believe you just got to put that one down.
Maggie Voisin in first place.
Oh, switch 720, reaching for the nose grab. Very cool. So smaller rotation, just a 720, where we've seen the 1260 and the 900. Oh, getting all the way out on the nose. Opens up, brings it around clean. So she's got a switch rotation, a rodeo, and the big double cork. Very cool there. The only nose grab we've seen.
She has the trick of the day, but she also has a fall.
It is true. One of the like odd things is that, you know, no purely, we've got like Johanna, who hasn't, well, fell last round, but up until that point, Maggie was leading with one fall. It goes to show you still got to try something hard. Whoa, big 900 there. Where we saw her go down on run number 3, she stomps that one with authority.
It just got a little louder here at Hafjell as the Norwegian puts down perhaps her best run of the day, Tom.
Yeah, beautiful. Reaches, gets the tail grab. So going with the left side 900, she's spinning to the right on the switch double cork. So she's got those two rotations in different directions, which is something Maggie doesn't have. Maggie has no right side spin. So Johanna showing off with that. Will that be enough? Doesn't look like it. Maggie's still sitting pretty in that first place position.
So Julia Tano sitting in third place in our live rankings. Again, if you're just joining us, you're seeing The standings move just as the judges make their decisions in real time. Here's Tano as we close in on the 4-minute mark.
Going for the double cork 1080 again, this time executing with perfection. So looking to up that score. Here's the 1080, reaches down, looking up at the sky. You can see her really look back with her head for that second flip rotation. Holding the safety grab, comes around, landing that one clean. So much better executed on that one.
And we saw it, get rich or die trying. We saw, was she
it.
going to deviate? She doesn't, she cleans it up. Is that enough? And it is to jump up one spot into second place. That's the format working to perfection.
Easing her way up that podium, up into second now. So she's gonna have at least, it looks like we'll have at least one more run with Sylvia dropping. So we're gonna see another shot from Maggie, Johanna, and Julia to try to change up that podium.
Sylvia Britannia sitting in 6th place.
Going with the switch 900 again, getting that grab a lot more solid. So in run 2, we saw her take the switch 900. Here she goes, very good with the grab, just weaseling it around at the end there to 900, and definitely one of her best jumps of the night.
So we're closing in on the 2-minute warning. If that clock expires and there's still skiers yet to drop in for their final attempts, don't worry, they'll all get one last shot, even if the clock strikes 0. Here's Margot Hackett.
Oh, going switch 1080, absolutely sending it. Holding nothing back on what would appear to be the final run. Margot going for the switch 1080. Coming around, she went absolutely massive. Wow. And a bomb goes off on the landing. Her skis blow out, but that's the beauty of those bindings. You want those to come off so your knees are safe.
That's a beautiful shot. That's the toughest walk in skiing, isn't it? Big air, you've got to walk uphill, grab 2 skis and your poles.
Everybody's itching to go.
Yeah,
the
everyone's
crowd
waiting
is,
for you to come down.
It's that's tough, but it's good to see her walking off and feeling okay after that. That was a big slam there for Margot, but she is not afraid to throw down and very fun to watch, going tail grabs all night long.
All right, let's talk Megan Oldham. She was sitting in the top 3 all day. That all changed when Julia Tano came correct, bumped up into second, jumped Johanna Keeley, down into 3rd, and that knocked Megan Oldham out of podium contention. This is her last chance to put her name back up in to the medal discussion.
Will she go for the double cork again, or is she gonna change up the style? Sets up for it, double cork, 1260 to the bottom,
Wow.
Megan. Wow.
That was massive.
Decides to go for it again, holding nothing back, gets the safety grab, going huge.
I mean, she almost lands into the corral, Tom.
The crowd is basically in the landing zone, a hand down, but still, that was very big, but execution-wise, with the hand touch on the landing, not quite up to par with Maggie's, but
whoa!
Hey,
going gigantic pays off for Megan Oldham.
the size, it is big air. We got to talk about that. She went, hand might have touched, but she went absolutely massive. So that's a big factor. And jumping all the way into 1st.
From 4th to 1st on her final run, shaking up this contest. Here's Jenny Lee Bermanson.
Oh, keeping it smooth again with the forward 5, but wow, I mean, that's what's so great about this format. Anything can happen. She came from 4th off that podium. 3 tries it took her to execute that double cork 1260, but when she puts it down, she goes massive, lets it known, and the judges absolutely rewarded her for the amplitude on that one.
And here's the woman she knocked out of 1st place, Maggie Voisin. This is her last attempt.
Going right side, 900, so another landed run. Finally getting a right side move in there, so really cool to see her keeping up with that, doing a right side trick. Let's see, reaches back, gets the tail grab, let's go a little early and comes around. So I mean, other than one fall,
right,
4 landed tricks?
She had the hammer trick, and then she cleaned everything up on her previous runs. Is that enough from an overall impression standpoint?
Tough call. No change as of yet, so I don't think that's going to be enough.
So here's Johanna Keeley. Can the Norwegian get back into the podium?
Oh, going switch 1080 with the bio. So we saw her do a switch double cork version and then showing off a different version of the switch 1080, diving forward, getting the Japan grab. So same grab, same rotation, 1080 degrees, but instead of going double flip, she's going bio. So a different trick, adding another level there. Is that gonna be enough?
And she's really potentially the last one that can shake up that top three, because Tano was the last one to drop in and she's sitting in third place. And Keeley does it! Wow, jumping up into the top three, but now she has to wait.
Wow, knocking Julia out of that top three. Julia's the last woman to drop. Wow, what is the game plan here? What is the trick selection? She executed the 1080 perfectly. Now will she up to a 1260? Will she go for a different maneuver? What is gonna get her back on that podium?
And Tano has some strategy here. Can she do something to get back onto the podium? Can she do something to win this contest outright?
That is true. You're gonna need a big maneuver, taking the double cork to 12 or a big switch spin, 1080 perhaps. We're gonna need something big here if she wants to take over that top spot. Going double cork, going to 12! Oh! Wow, that means that Megan is gonna be our gold medalist as she looks on to make sure Julia is all right. Going for 1260, a maneuver she's not known for. She does the 1080, but bringing it to the extra rotation adds that much more difficulty. So all the ladies watch on to make sure she can get up.
So a tough last run for Tano. We wait for the official results though. As we've said, live rankings all day long, nothing official until that bell rings. But what a performance from those two young skiers. And it's official, Megan Oldham wins gold.
Wow, big congratulations to Megan, absolutely putting that massive 1260 down when it mattered on the final run. Maggie Voisin, though, the silver medal with her 1260 executed perfectly, and Johanna stepping it up for bronze in that final moment. Wow.
Megan becomes the first Canadian woman to medal in big air. Wow.
Megan, congratulations. You went absolutely huge on that 1260 from fourth into first. How happy were you when you landed that trick?
Oh my gosh, so happy. I've been struggling so much here today. I've been crashing all day, so to be able to land that trick means so much to me.
When it counted most, and this is your first X Games medal, let alone a gold. What does this one mean to you?
It's crazy, I can't even believe it.
We can't believe it either. Congratulations once again, Megan. That was amazing.
What a finish. So Megan Oldham wins her very first X Games medal, a gold, as Jack Mitrani said, in just her second X Games appearance. And how about Johanna Keeley? She has now broken the record for most medals by a Norwegian athlete with her 7th medal here today.
Very cool to see Johanna come up in that third and final run, do a new 1080 variation, get back on that podium, take over the lead for most medals of a Norwegian athlete, and just show off for the Norwegian crowd here. I mean, great big air comp by all the women. That was very fun to watch. Some absolute technicality.
And Maggie Voisin earning her best finish in a X Games ski big air contest as she earns her first silver medal in big air.
Very smooth there with the switch 720. She had that massive 1260. And here's the big 1260 that took the top spot for Megan. Just 3 tries it took her, but when it came, it was perfect. Huge, gets the landing, even down at the 3rd blue line, the big marker, and walking away with gold.
Just an amazing day for this entire field here in women's ski big air, but when the dust settles, it was 18-year-old Megan Oldham in just her 2nd X Games appearance. putting on a show, saving her absolute best for last as she wins gold.
En stor glede, vil jeg si, på tredjeplass. Ja, på tredjeplass tar sin 7. medalje og er dermed den mest vinnende norske utøveren i X Games noensinne, Johanne Killi!
Skal du ha tiden din her?